Hello, people of Earth. You know me. I am called He Who Is Jim. No, I am He Who Is Called Jim from MyCatHateYou.com. Finally, the video extravaganza you've been waiting for. Tonight, we are at the Seattle Center to enjoy the first day of legalization of the drug marijuana. I'm here at the fountain where 2 hours hence, all sorts of miscreants and heads will gather to partake in the drug.
Well, it's Saturday night and Austin Creed. I ain't even gonna be eaten by the monster of love. It's hard to fight it off much more. I hear it trailing by the door, eaten by the monster of love.
Well, 2012 is over, and are we all not happy about that? The opening clip was evident that things are not what they used to be in Washington State. We have legalized marijuana and the marriage of the gays. But what else has happened in this year? Let us take a peek. The eyes of the world are on London as they host the 2012 Summer Olympics, which delivers some much welcome hardware to Team USA, setting an Earth record 19 medals for fellow stoner Michael Phelps. Meanwhile, up in space, Felix Baumgartner decides he misses mom's home cooking and jumps 128,000 feet to get home in time for breakfast. Way to go, Felix. Another Felix, the King Hernandez, pitches the first perfect game in Mariner team history and is rewarded with a lucrative contract in 2013. In football, the Giants of New York win the Super Bowl, but who cares? On the other coast, the Giants of San Francisco sweep the Detroit Tigers 4-0 to win the World Series. Folks, it's gotta suck to be from Detroit. In the not-so-great news, a score of children are killed in the Newtown, Connecticut school massacre. In Aurora, Colorado, a dozen people are killed by James Holmes in the movie theater Rampage. These incidents shocked our nation and will hopefully give rise to stricter gun laws that may prevent such acts of terror in the future. We move on to others who have lost their lives in 2012. Linebacker Junior Seau of the San Diego Chargers exits by his own hand but leaves his brain to science. A win for science and the future of NFL players. World champion freestyle skier Sarah Burke dies in a training accident in the Mormon state of Utah. And something's got a hold of Etta James as she leaves the planet at last. Emmy Award-winning actor Ben Gazzara takes his final curtain call. And don't monkey around with Davy Jones or he'll sing to you from the grave. Tongan King George Tapu V is buried in a lavish ceremony. Unfortunately, he is too dead to enjoy it. Former Somali strongman Abdullahi Yusuf Ahmed dies, being remembered for being a former Somali strongman. Earl Scruggs now plays the banjo in the afterlife, and folks, we hope he is in the temperate climate. Mike Wallace meets his maker to the joy of homosexuals everywhere. Dick Clark finally dies at the age of 19. Way to go, Dick. Levon Helm quits the band for one last time. Annie takes a load off. Donna Summer dances her way to the big disco ball in the sky. Ray Bradbury also passes in 2012. We could dedicate a whole segment to his contributions to literature. Instead, we say, good night, Mr. Bradbury. Famous beating victim Rodney King hits the ground one last time, while Nora Ephron turns the tragedy into a feminist screenplay. American favorites Andy Griffith and Ernest Borgnine say goodbye to the silver screen and hello to the silver urn. Sally Ride, America's first woman in space, leaves a legacy larger than her hair, if that's possible, which it isn't. Gore Vidal pontificates into his oxygen mask. And Phyllis Diller cackles one last goodbye to her fans.
I'm going to step off the limb. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Reverend Moon becomes Reverend Earth, and Genie can't save Larry Hagman as he sheds his mortal coil. Senator Daniel Inouye says aloha from Hawaii. Dave Brubeck tickles the ivory upstairs. And Jackie Klugman leaves the Odd Couple apartment very empty. Stormin' Norman gives his final salute to the troops, and Arlen Specter vacates the Senate floor. And now we say goodbye to our furry friends who lost their lives in 2012.
How'd you feel if I took you away to a place I know, place where we could stay, called Chopper Road, pretty place I know, where we can go, called Chopper Road. The things I feel on Chopper Road can make me stay and make me go. This old road where I long to go, called Chopper Road, where we can go. Put your best dress on, there's a place I know where we can go, called Chopper Road. It's a little ways where the sun shines down, where we drive real slow on Chopper Road. Chopper Road, pretty place I know where we can go, called Chopper Road. Hey yo bro, that's a dude I know, works on Chopper Road at the Sono Go. If we drive by slow with the top down low, we'll heel and toe on Chopper Road. How'd you feel if I took you away to a place I know, place where we could stay,